Diogo Jota, super sub. He's back fit. We know he is. He's been back in and around the team for a little while now. I really thought he was going to start this game.
Yeah.
And I think, captain hindsight here, it was a mistake not starting Diogo Jota. I don't think Diaz played badly, but again, okay, Jota comes on and he scores with his first touch. So, like, there you go. If you want a more obvious example of here's what you should have done, there you go. It's laid out bare for you. But, yeah, Jota is gnarly. Diaz is gnarly. He's got great close control. Diaz got great control. But he just wants to score goals, Diogo. And, yeah, he added a real dimension to our play.
Yeah, actually, I mean, what a sub. One of the greatest subs of all time. When the guy who kicks it to him and the guy who nods it in with the first touch.
You asked it. People watching at home, has there ever been a better double substitution ever?
First touch.
Than curling a corner with your first touch to head it in with the other guy's first touch.
It was outrageous. And, yeah, the only thing I can presume is that he's not ready to do the full 90 yet in a Premier League game. Therefore, the manager's got to decide, do I start him and give him an hour or whatever he can do, or can I only get half an hour out of him? And maybe it's that, I don't know. But yeah, it feels like, I don't know, it feels like we're ready to pass the baton on to Diogo Jota now. Like, listen, we've done really well so far, but you know, tight games, big away games. You know, Liverpool got 7, I think, more real big away games coming up, and you know, like I say, draws are becoming a bit too common. I think in the last few weeks or so, given what's happened in recent weeks. Can you get that little extra out of it? And it's him, provided, again, it's the caveat, provided he can stay fit. But he like, it's obvious to say this, but he looked dangerous from minute 1. He comes on because he scores, but he makes a, you know, he Sells does really well to stop him. You know, that one where Peter Schmeichel, like, where he comes out and spreads himself. He does really well. Jota, he's a constant threat. He just puts the shit up a little bit. And what he's got that Diaz hasn't got, because obviously he's out, Diaz is playing out of position, just that natural striker's instinct, really. Just that, you know, it's no coincidence, I don't think, that the header, it just falls where he is. And he makes a really good run in between two centre halves. He stood there, just a little jink, and he's in. The one where he follows up on the shot, he's in the right place. He looks much more dangerous, and I hope he is ready to start. I'd start him as long as you can. I know you have to look after him. I always think with Jota, he's going to get injured at some point, so just ride the hot hand while you've got it. Just keep playing him. If you have to keep giving him an hour, that's fine.
If it was muscular, then I would be worried about, you know, playing because you're contributing towards his injuries. Like Thiago, you knew the best run of Thiago you were ever going to get was 10 games. So how's about swap him and change him at like 7 instead, because you might be able to extend. You might have been able to extend that. No, we never did that. We just ran him into the ground and ran him into injury for this short spell at Liverpool. Jota's just going to get impact injuries because he just gets kicked and elbowed and scrubbed. So you're right. If he's fit, play him. Like, and I don't know we still don't know quite what it is. You know, it was meant to be a rib injury or whatever. There's obviously something else going on there. Unless they've got some sort of like rib strengthening you know, formula that they're given to him and they're waiting for his bones to strengthen. For me, it feels a little bit like there might be a game where Diaz will be the answer again, and I actually think the form of Gakpo might have made this hard, because I think Slot has stumbled upon Gakpo, Diaz and Salah, because Darwin's not been great and Jota's been injured and Chiesa's not been available, so he's kind of made something work, and that was the best of what he had. I feel like that experiment, it might be time to pull back on that, because if Jota's there, just let Gakpo and Diaz rotate for the left-hand side for me.
Gakpo for a bit, and again, ride the hot hand. It's interesting because Jota was good, but also it's fair to say Liverpool had a much more attacking team on the pitch when he come on. Yeah. So you credit the manager. I think it's a bit of both. Liverpool dominated that second half, pretty much all of it, but especially from when he got the header. He is the best striker at the club. I don't even think it's close. I think he's the best striker considerably at the club. And you know, Darwin isn't the answer for me. Diaz does well there at times, certain games. But he isn't a massive goal threat. Even when he plays up there, he often scores when he gets moved back over. I think if you asked him, he'd rather be on the left. So, yeah, I thought Jota, he ends up playing about 30, 40 minutes, given with the extra time. He was brilliant, and he could be the one who fires us onto the league title. You know, Mo Salah has been great. He's got us to this point. We're going to speak about him later. He's having a bit of a dip, whether it's fatigue, just a bit of poor form, whatever. I think now if you can hand the baton to Diogo Jota, he will score goals. Like that's his MO. But he's more than just that. He can do. You know, you play Diaz there, Paul, because the link up and the movement and all that. Jota can do that. Arne Slot's played him as a number 10.
Yeah.
Like he's more than capable of doing that, but he's just, like you said, the hunger to score goals. Twice now he's come off the bench in recent games, Fulham and today, scored equalising goals, big goals, and he's given it to I'm the man, like he's pointing at himself like I'm the fucking man. And I think he's half probably thinking now, let me go and be the man. I'm here for you. Let me go and be the man. I can score goals. It's what I do. When I'm fit and available, I will score you goals. And fingers crossed, like I say, get him in the team, keep starting, keep playing him. If he gets injured, hard lines, we go for it. But right now, there's a moment where Liverpool can put the foot on the throat of the competition. At the minute, Liverpool are having a little bit of a tricky period. They're not getting beat, which was a positive. But again, a couple too many draws. Diogo Jota can turn 1 point into threes. For me, mate, he's the hot hand, and you keep playing him. And if he plays like he plays today, with that fire in his belly, tenacity, and ultimately skill, he's gonna win Liverpool games. So I thought he was really, really good, and it's a massive positive that he comes on and scores.
Without a shadow of a doubt, I thoroughly loved Jota there. Yeah, there's just something infectious about how he plays football. He's a shark. He wants to go and get involved. He senses, smells blood in the water, and pounces. Let's have a look at his ratings then for that game. Interesting. So for score went 6.8. Who scored?
He forgot he scored.
It's entirely possible that they just...
Ironically, who scored probably remembered. It's their job to know that.
Yeah, who scored 7.4? Fotmob 7.7.
6.8 a joke.
Yeah.
Is that just because he wasn't on the pitch that long?
I mean, yeah, maybe it's just one of those, like, there's a waiting towards players who've done, you know, certain things. I just want to look at his... Sorry, Aaron, bring that back up for us again. Yeah, it's 6.8.
He had 3 shots, all 3 were on target. A couple, the dribbles were good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss to why it's so low, really.
Presumably Erling Haaland gets nothing but low ratings off SofaScore as well. But yeah, good ratings for Diogo, and hopefully we'll see more of him in the coming weeks.